Joe Fay here, heading out to La Crosse, Wisconsin for the 100th anniversary Checker Cab Show. I hope you can see behind me is a beautiful Checker cab on a U-Haul trailer. I'm driving here across Interstate 80 in Indiana. Been on the road about 100 miles. Just received word that a couple of my friends, Ben Merkel of Ohio and Chris Meunier of France, are just up ahead of us here on the interstate. So hey, Chris.
Hey! How are you?
Good, sir.
I
Good,
know
sir.
that car. How are you?
Good.
They're going to go in the crusher. No, they're not going in the crusher. I'm buying them. They're coming home.
Yes.
Oh, they're rust on here. They call rusty.
See you guys soon.
Surface.
Bye.
It's nice to be bad here outside the land.
Yeah, I was surprised and it's hard to get together and everybody kind of I bought a bunch.
And I
can't.
Trying to just get some videotape here.
Yeah, there was a guy that's kind of taking care of it. Yeah, he's taking care of it for
Well, I mean,
The dude that had it before me retrofitted to the older style bumper. Last night when we saw that feature. I did have some video. I forgot. I did have it. And I did the grill today. That was like 4 years ago. Yeah, it was on the bumper out.
I find that
they're not going in the crusher. I'm buying them. They're coming home. And those,
Yes.
oh, they're rust on. They're going over. They
Okay.
call rusty
See you guys soon.
surface.
Bye.
Not,
It's expensive here, but it's good time too.
Guys, come look at that. It's from. Guys, come look at it.
And he'd like to speak to you on behalf of his disease.
Thank you everyone coming out for the 100th anniversary of the Checker Motor Corporation. I know there's not a lot of us, but there's not a lot of cars out there either. So, Checker being a niche corporation, specializing in taxis and everything else, to bring everybody together as much as we can, we greatly appreciate it. The cars here today represent a lot of what Checker intended, a lot of what they produced through the years. So for everyone to be here to get together, it's a great achievement because there's not a lot of them left out there. That being said, lunch will be served at noon.
Or one. One.
Or 1, okay, 1 o'clock. So burgers, brats, salads, what else do you have on drinks? Well, we see the drinks.
Fruit, veggies, chips.
Chips, everything else.
There'll be cake afterwards.
Yeah. We got a Checker cake.
It's a cool. That's beautiful. Yes. Yes.
So 4 o'clock will be the dinner cruise. We'll kind of keep to our original plan. We'll kind of cruise around the local areas around here, the bluffs, things like that. We'll end it at Riverside Park, which is a beautiful park right on the Mississippi River. And then right a block over is where we're hoping to have dinner at the Freight House, the Freight House. So, which is an old freight station for the Burlington Railroad. So it's pretty cool. Kind of transportation related. So, thank you everyone for coming. Appreciate it.
No.
Oh yes. Also, we appreciate you support the museum. As you see, the buses up there. There's many of them. This is one half of the Midwest Bus Museum. This is the Wisconsin chapter. We also have the Illinois chapter here with Tom. We have another 30 or so buses down in Richmond, Illinois. We support the bus industry. Everything from the as old as we can get a bus, whatever had wheels, to today. Pretty much it goes hand in hand with the Checker industry, transporting people. We took on the Midwest Bus Museum here a couple of years ago, and it's been a great adventure so far, and we appreciate your support and try to keep events like this going. So, thank you everyone for coming out. Tom, you have anything? Woo!
Safe travels to everybody. Yeah, likewise. Likewise. Thank you so much. All right. Yeah, likewise. Okay, we'll see ya. Okay. All right.
Watch out! Watch out! See the car? Watch out!
Where's that the kitten? Where's that the kitten?
What do you think, Ben? Is this a successful show?
It is. It's unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Hey, laddie, what do you think? Wonderful. Aldi, good deal.
Nice to meet you. Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
don't have a big shed like you.
Mine's full.
Yeah. The 4-car storage I have is full. We have to buy for daily driver driveway.
Who do we have here?
We got Charlie Checker,
That's Charlie. Oh, that's the famous Charlie Checker. Okay.
member of the group. Dave Niffen,
Dave Niffen,
also a member of the
absolutely.
group.
Wonderful. So glad you and your family made it. See the kids running around too, having a ball.
Oh yeah, they're loving it. Of course, they love the cars too. They're always in my cars, so
Excellent. Very good.
looking good out here.
What is Charlie Checker?
Pomeranian Chihuahua mix.
Wow.
She's 10 years old, so she's no puppy. Everyone thinks it's a baby.
Too funny. Look at she's just taking it all in,
She
looking
goes-
around.
She goes everywhere. This is Wisconsin. This is probably her 29th state. So.
All right, here we've got Ben Merkel, famous Ben Merkel, taxi god, at the 100th anniversary show. Where are we? We're in, what city are we in? La Crosse, Pennsylvania, Bangor, Wisconsin. Bangor, Wisconsin. Ben, why don't you give us the 30-second tour of your checker?
Sure, it's one of two 82 A11Es that were customized by the dealership in New York in Long Island City. They bought a brand new gray taxi. They had it done over in New Jersey with the skytop moonroof, and they put in a nice fluffy interior. It's the most comfortable checker interior that I've ever had.
Oh, it is fluffy.
It's nice. It's very comfortable.
And
I
how
got
many-
it as a wreck,
A wreck.
and it took 4 years to fix it.
How many miles are on it?
It's about to turn 60,000.
Oh, so it's low
She's
mileage.
almost worn out.
It's like brand new.
She's almost wore out.
That's brand new. Thanks, Ben. So we're here with Laddie Vitek, and he's the only guy in the world that would come to a checker show with a Ford. Why don't you tell us, Laddie, what you have?
This is a 2011 Ford Crown Victoria long wheelbase New York City taxi. The door is 6 inches longer.
So the wheelbase extension is in the back, so you have a lot of leg room.
And then there's a separate air conditioning control for the rear seats on these.
Excellent.
New York City was a requirement to have these. Not many other cities had them. Like I said, it's at the 2011.
So they actually made a wheelbase extension requirement with the taxi laws?
Yes.
Ironic, because now they're running Toyotas and Hondas, right?
Yeah. Medallion 5F67. It was, like I said, it was a 2011, and last year's is a taxi, 2015. Became a movie car after that.
Oh, okay. So we have two movie cars here at the show.
And then it's got about 375,000 miles.
Excellent. Thank you, sir.
All right.
Bailey, what do we have?
Oh, we got 82 Checker A11 factory squad car from Monroe County, Florida.
And that's Miss Daisy in the back seat.
Under arrest.
Under arrest for peddling pep pills. How many miles are on it, do you know?
Oh, I think it's like 90.
So, Bailey,
110.
I don't know if you know the answer, but there's been a real serious question within Checker circles for years. Is there any difference between a Checker police car and a Checker taxi?
I haven't seen any.
I've always been of the belief that they're just the same.
Yeah, it would have been a disappointing squad car.
Yep. Well, there you have it. So it's basically a Checker A11, but set up for police use.
I think Ben said the cops didn't like it or something, so they ended up using it mostly for prison transport.
Cops universally hated these cars. I grew up in New England, in Revere Beach, Massachusetts. Cops would arrest you for obstruction of justice if you saw one of them and hailed him and said, "Hey, taxi." That's how much they hated these cars. But they're pretty cool. Thank you, sir. This is interesting. What we actually have is a 1965 Checker A11, and it's actually hooked up to a Chevy tow truck. So it's a 69 Chevy, 65 Checker. What's really neat about this Checker is the black and white, orange yellowish black two-tone combination. This was restored by Ben Merkel years ago and done up to look like the Checker brochure car from the 1965 brochure. Currently it's owned by Emerson Zantz. We'll see more of Emerson's cars in a moment. This is another Checker owned by Emerson Zantz, and it's the famous plastic Checker. Think about that's metal, that's plastic, that's metal, that's metal, plastic, metal, plastic. I say plastic, but I mean fiberglass. These older, late model, I guess it's a better term, late model Checkers were put into service in the 1980, 1981, 82. And then when Checker stopped making cars in 82, the cab operators started to implement programs to extend the life of these cars. And they started replacing the materials with plastic fiberglass panels. So it's kind of like a Corvette that's not that aerodynamic.
This car has a nickname of Frenchie.
Frenchie. Wow, so.
A New York cab driver retired to Florida with this car.
Okay.
His name was Frenchie.
Okay.
And Mike Rodriguez, the infamous Mike Rodriguez in Miami, got it.
Okay.
And he,
converted it.
Well, yeah.
Or ran it around, but it was in Miami in a salt air environment.
Yeah.
Which is always never a good thing.
I got it from Mike.
Okay.
It was grossly misrepresented. It showed up missing a bunch of stuff. So I put the fiberglass on there.
Okay. So you just kind of ruined my whole commentary, but we'll go with your story because it's actually, never let the truth get in the way of a good story. But that's perfect, Ben. Hey, but Ben, well, while you're here, why don't you tell us about this car here as well? Because you used to own this one too.
Yeah, this was from Norfolk, Virginia.
Okay.
It was a Norview cab.
Okay.
The white, tan, and green.
Okay.
And when I got it, it needed some paint.
Okay.
And I did a job for Maybelline. It was all painted yellow.
Oh, sure. That was in Montreal, right?
And when they pulled the stickers off, they pulled a lot of paint off with it. So I decided to paint it this color because I like Bruce Urich's car.
Yeah, yeah.
And I just thought it was so pretty. And this is off of a Pittsburgh yellow cab.
Okay.
Had it reproduced. And this was off of I had a door.
Mhm.
With this, I have no idea where it's from.
Okay.
I had this replicated.
Okay. That could be Belmont, Mass. Hey, well, while you're on a roll here, why don't you tell us about the car behind us? Because this used to be yours. It's now mine, but it's better coming from you because I'm so egotistical. Nobody wants to hear from me.
This came from a movie rental guy in Azusa, California, Los Angeles area. Chuck Roney,
Okay.
aka Crazy Chucky. And I had a hard time getting this car. He was a very difficult person to deal with. He threatened me with a pipe.
And an axe and
He took a pipe
hammers.
and he was banging out a metal table. And it was a bad scene.
A harrowing experience.
It sure
so
was.
so harrowing you couldn't emotionally hold on to this car. So eventually you sold it to me to end the trauma.
A couple years of psychiatry, I'm fine.
Well, that doesn't explain our interest in checkers, but because right here is another one of your cars
Oh yeah, from
that you own.
Norfolk also.
And this is another Norfolk car, and Emerson has this now. And this is this original color scheme, or was it?
Yeah, original
Okay.
color scheme.
Yeah.
What's odd is that the hood was black, and the trunk lid was white, and the roof was white.
Okay. It almost has a police car look to it.
Yeah, it does.
And a lot of Ohio taxis are kind of painted this scheme as well. Well, since you're here, why don't you give us the last dialogue on this one here?
Which one's that? Oh, this one?
Yeah, this was yours. You owned this at once as well.
Yeah, this is.
Yes, you know, if it wasn't for you, there wouldn't be a show here. Because all these cars went through your hands.
Well, these are both 82 A11Es.
Okay.
Sister ships, actually.
Okay.
And that one turned into a, civilian car. That one was a taxi at Fort Cabin, Missouri.
Okay, so this is one of the Ford cabs, and a lot of these Ford cabs were converted to the Surge.
Right. I rescued
Cabs
that car from being a Surge car.
Yeah. So a good deal, because most of the Surge cars have, fallen by the wayside.
They're gone. So it's in good hands.
Excellent.
But the two
Yeah.
of these are sisters.
Ben has done a good job of selling his cars to checker aficionados who save them and
I try.
try to, every once in a while they fall through the cracks.
They do.
Well, why don't we just...
When I go to the hotel, I pass by it, so no problem.
This is a Aerobus. And although it's no longer commercially used, it appears to most recently have been a promotional vehicle for the Checkers hamburger chain. This is another older Checker as well. This is an interesting story. The gentleman who owns it has had this car in his family since he was a little kid. It was his grandfather's car.
So my name is Steve Nakowitz, and this is my 72 Checker A12. It used to be my grandpa's. He had 3 of them. I remember as a kid my dad doing work on it in '85, and then eventually it came back to our family. I drove it in high school, drove it in college, and that's a little bit about it.
How often do you drive it? Do you use it just on weekends or grocery getting or?
Weekends, taking the kids to school every once in a while.
Okay.
Car shows local here in Sparta, Wisconsin.
How many miles are on it? It's,
62,000 according to the speedometer, but it's probably...
so that's not even broken in.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, it's nice, and you did a great job on the body.
The
Interesting
interior
color.
was redone as a wedding gift.
Oh, look at that! Look at the piping, the yellow piping on the black. Very nice. Look at that! Oh my gosh! Look at that dashboard. How nice it is. Good deal. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Put the name in for you.
We can have
Having fun yet?
Oh yeah.
Run for your lives, tanks are taking over the world.